What's going on, guys? I'm just doing a quick little video on the availability and the pricing of 22 long rifle. Now, I'm only doing this video because I was in Cabela's yesterday and they had quite a bit of CCI mini mags and Winchester Super X and a few of the other brands like the Ely, which was ridiculously expensive. But the CCI mini mags were running $8 a piece, and so was the Winchester Super X. And so I picked up 4 boxes, two CCI 100 round mini mags, and two of the Winchester Super X. And obviously at $8 a box, it was like $32, for the lot. And I was sitting there talking to an older gentleman, and he was telling me how he would never spend that much on uh, the 22 long rifle right now. I mean, I understand where he's coming from because, he's probably buying this 22 long rifle 10, 15 years ago, and he has probably quite a bit of it at this point. And so he probably thinks that the 22 long rifle at this point is ridiculously overpriced. And I had probably the complete opposite perspective on it because I've only been shooting 22 long rifle for about 2 to 3 years. So the prices that I've been seeing have been around $50 per brick. I mean, unless you get really freaking lucky. I know some guys are up at the crack of dawn. They have no jobs. They're retired, what have you. And so they can go to Walmart and these gun shops or wherever they get it, and they can buy it for really, really cheap. 15, 18, $20 a box for 500. From my experience, I'm not getting up that early to go ammo hunting like that. I'm sorry, but between my family, my friends, and work, I can't be getting up at the crack of dawn to go scouring stores for multiple hours to find the super cheap ammo. And so, honestly, I just don't shoot the 22 that often. When I go to the range, I shoot predominantly 223, 5.56, and 7.62 by 39. That's what I go to the range and really practice with. I know some people, they may have kids, or maybe they only own a 22 long rifle. But for me, I don't shoot it that much, so I may go to the range and shoot 200 rounds of 5.56, 223, or 7.62 by 39, and then when that runs out, then I'm like, you know what? I'll run 100 rounds through my Marlin Model 60, and then I'll call it a day. So my usage on the 22 is not as high as other people. So I don't mind every now and then spending the 40 or 50 to get a brick instead of trying to find a single box or two, because a lot of places limit how much you can pick up in any given time. Other than that, I try to stick with the copper plated projectiles over the soft lead. My gun can't tell the difference. My Marlin Model 60, they both shoot just fine. I don't find it troublesome to run a bore snake through my barrel and clean out the bolt and the bolt carrier. Not a big deal if I'm shooting the soft lead, but that's just my perspective on 22. I do feel like it's starting to come back on stronger than it was. My local gun shop is starting to carry more bricks, but they're still at the inflated prices. But if you were out going and buying your first Ruger Mark III or Ruger 1022 or whatever 22 that you have been eyeing up for some time, at least there's an option to get some of the 22. Because 2 to 3 years ago, I couldn't find 22 at all. No stores carried it. And if they did, like I said, you had some of the hoarders going to every Walmart in town and buying all that ammo like super early. So when I was at Cabela's yesterday, and I got there late, like 6 in the afternoon, You know, it's a Saturday. I got things to do. I ain't getting up super early to go get that ammo. But I only bought 4 boxes. They didn't have a real limit. You could buy 1,200 rounds of 22. But, you know, I'm trying to keep other sporting shooters in mind. And so I just picked up two mini mags and 2 of the super axes. That's 400 rounds at $8 a box. And so it at least gives somebody another opportunity to, you know, get some 22 for, you know, their shooting pleasure. So, you know, keep that in mind when you're going out and trying to wipe out the shelf that other people are trying to shoot. And, you know, if you have a bunch of rounds, try not to hoard all the 22 if possible. Because every person that walked in the Cabela's, they weren't even looking for 22, but yet they had a big old pile of it. And so them, their wife, their kids, they all were buying 1,200 rounds of the stuff. And so, I mean, that, before I left, the shelf was just being completely depleted. Completely depleted. So that's just my little take on it. You guys be safe and stay shooting.